Hey guys, it's Frank from Cruising with Wheels. I'm back in the kitchen again. Welcome to another exciting episode of my Frank's Cooking Corner, where today I'm going to bring you a recipe that I absolutely love. Yup, that is some sweet cornbread. Yep, there is nothing I love better than a sweet cornbread. And you know, here in Rochester, New York, we have the Dinosaur BBQ restaurant downtown. And I know they have one next door in Syracuse. And I'm not sure where else they've got the Dinosaur BBQ place, but I love it. And there's nothing better than going there and having some barbecued ribs and some thick baked beans and maybe a cold pasta salad or maybe some hot macaroni and cheese. But boy, oh boy, I've got to have some sweet cornbread. And I found the recipe for the Dinosaur BBQ Cornbread. And we're going to make it today. And this is what you're going to need. For the batter, you will need 1 1/4 cup of yellow cornmeal, 1/2 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon kosher salt, 1 cup of buttermilk, 2 large eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of butter melted, and 1/4 cup of honey. A few mixing bowls, and an 8" by 8" baking dish. For the drizzle, you will need 5 tablespoons of butter melted, 1/3 cup of honey. What could be simpler? Couple of mixing bowls and a baking dish? That's pretty much it. You throw it all together, you get it into the oven, and what you have is a delicious sweet cornbread. So, I'm hoping you're going to like it as much as I do. So let's get started. So the first thing we do is we get our baking dish with 2 tablespoons of margarine in it, and we put it in the oven. I have started the preheating process, 350 degrees. So while this is heating up in the oven, I'm going to start mixing up my cornbread. We're now going to take a large bowl and we're going to whisk together all the dry ingredients. It's very simple. There's only 6 of them, so let's get started. We're going to take 1 1/4 cups of yellow cornmeal. I then have 1/2 cup of sugar, 3/4 cups of flour. We're going to need 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. There's 1, and let's get the half in. And then we're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. There's your 1/2 teaspoon of soda. And then the final one is 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And there you go. Those are our 6 dry ingredients. And now let's get them all whisked up. Remember, everything is under and over, under and over, under and over, around, under and over. Nobody wants to bite into a salty glob or something that tastes like, ooh, isn't that baking soda? Yuck. So make sure you give it a nice whisk. Especially since you've got all that flour and cornmeal and you want to get it all mixed together well. So I think we're pretty good on this. Okay. There you go. I would say dry ingredients complete. Now the next step is to take a smaller bowl and let's combine our wet ingredients. And there's only 4. We're going to start with 1 cup of buttermilk. Oh, baby, I got some buttermilk. Yummy. Let's get that in. That's 1 cup. Oh, wow. You wonder why this cornbread is delicious. Thick buttermilk makes it the best. Very good. Now, after that, we put in 2 large eggs. Next, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. And last, but certainly not least, again, butters. Yep, we have 1/4 cup of melted butter. Oh, anything with the word butter in it is delicious. So let's get that all in there. Yummy. Very good. And now, guess what? We're gonna whisk it up. And there you have it. Yep. Our wet ingredients whisked and incorporated. Let's move on. Okay, well, you know what? It's time to get my dry ingredients and my wet ingredients together in a beautiful marriage. So let's get going. I'm going to take my small bowl of wet ingredients and I'm going to pour it into the dry. Get it all out. And I am going to whisk it. Yep, I'm going to slowly whisk it and mix it. And if I think that my whisk isn't working out, I'll just go get my mixing paddle. You give it a good stir and make sure that everything is moistened. You don't want to see any dry ingredients. Oh, I think that's working out well. I don't think I'm going to have to get the old paddle out. Now, once you have this all mixed, and that looks mixed to me, nice and thick, the final thing to get in here is our 1/4 cup of honey. So I've got some honey here, and we're going to measure out 1/4 cup. And that is what makes this cornbread nice and sweet. I like a sweet cornbread. I know there are people that love to put like jalapeno pepper cornbread and all this savory, spicy, whatever. But I have a sweet tooth, so I really, really like sweet cornbread. And of course, this has sugar in it, and it's got the melted butter. Now it's got honey, and this is just the beginning of all the honey that's going to go in here. So, yeah, I'm really psyched about my cornbread. I made this before, and I really, really enjoyed it. So, there you have it. Now let's get 1/4 cup. Oh, look at that. Oh, boy. Let's kind of scrape it out. I want every last little drop of my honeybee honey. Oh, we're going to scrape it. Okay. There. And now that that's in, we're going to mix it up. Let's get all that honey into the batter. Okay, I think we're ready to get this into the pan. Now, I just pulled this hot baking dish out of the oven where it's been sitting there with all the margarine melted, and I got a little basting brush and I made sure that the sides of the baking dish were kind of basted with the melted butter, which, you know, as you can see, is mostly in the bottom. But I got all 4 sides covered. And this is it, because now we're ready to just get this all into the baking dish. Now, some of you might have a metal baking pan. I wish I had one. I would prefer to use the metal baking pan than this glass dish. But I don't have one. So again, I say on camera, Kevin, if you're listening, not only do I need new frying pans, but I would like some metal baking pans as well. And there you go. Oh, wow, look at that. You can see the butter bubbling up. So let's get this in the oven. Remember, the oven is set to 350 degrees, and we're going to bake it for about 30 minutes or until it's done. And we always use the toothpick method to make sure that it's done. And then I'm going to tell you what's going to happen once you get it out of the oven. All right, baby, you little itty-bitty cornbread, work your magic and start baking. The timer is going to start 30 minutes. Bye-bye. Okay, now it is fresh out of the oven, and in my oven, it actually did take 30 minutes. Remember, everybody's oven is different, so baking temperatures and times will vary from household to household. But I got my little special toothpick done little thingy-wingy, I call it. I don't know what I call it. But anyways, it's my tester. And I put it in, and it came out clean, and I'm all excited because now we can finish with the final stage of this cornbread, which looks absolutely luscious and golden brown. So what we've done now is we've taken 5 tablespoons of melted butter and 1/3 cup of honey. And I've mixed it all. It's piping hot. Gave it that little microwave zippity-doo-dah. And now I'm going to take my fork and I am going to punch holes and I'm going to fork my cornbread. Yep, it's, you know, similar to a poke cake, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going around and around and around, and I'm making holes. I don't want to destroy my cornbread, but I want to make sure, there you go, that this hot mixture of melted butter and honey gets to soak in, because that is the absolute best. And there you have it. So, we're going to let this sit for a bit, and we're going to let it cool off, let the cornbread absorb that hot butter and honey, and then I'll be ready for an awesome slice, because I be loving my cornbread. Well, that was quick and easy. I mean, a little mixing time and 30 minutes in the oven, and I've got a delicious piece of Dinosaur BBQ Cornbread. Oh, it smells delicious, and I'm sure it's gonna taste delicious. I want to thank all of you for joining me today for this episode of Frank's Cooking Corner. I'll remind everyone that, you know, I'll be back soon for another exciting recipe to bring into your kitchen. But remember, when you're not cooking up a storm in your kitchen and you're out on the high seas, always remember to travel safe and cruise often.